All-American Supercar Wash and Sun Point Tanning Center present Simeon Hendrix Goes to Cleveland to document WMC Fest.
Something to write home about, something that we both share.
You know, business logos, websites, t-shirts, album covers, and all other visual graphics, they're all a part of the world of graphic design. It's a growing industry, and this year in Cleveland, graphic designers from all over the nation will come together for the Weapons of Mass Creation Festival. And one of those artists comes from right here in Wichita Falls.
Simeon Hendrix is a man on a mission, an artist from Wichita Falls. He's been invited to attend the graphic design festival Weapons of Mass Creation in Cleveland.
It's premier. It's the mecca of graphic design right now in the United States. Is going on in Cleveland. And for me as a graphic designer, as an artist, I want to be inspired by those creative thinkers.
The festival in early June will feature 20 speakers, 20 designers, and over 30 bands from around the nation. Simeon says it's almost like a trade show for artists.
The creative world, yes, and sparking enthusiasm in creative geniuses around the world, really.
But Simeon's not just attending the festival, he's also going to make a documentary about it. To help cover his costs of getting to Cleveland, he's selling specially designed t-shirts, but he's no greedy artist. Anything extra he receives will be donated to the Boys and Girls Club of Wichita Falls.
And my hope with that is that they can take that money and put it into art programs for the children. Because I know with education cuts across the United States, art has been one of them that is getting cut. And so I want to encourage young artists to grow up and maybe do something like I'm doing.
It started with a dream to somehow get to Cleveland from Wichita Falls, Texas, and visit the mecca of graphic art and design in the United States, Weapons of Mass Creation. I dreamed of soaking it in and being inspired by the amazing artists who would be speaking and displaying artwork at WMC Fest. But it was just a dream, right? We literally had zero extra money I could put into the journey. I couldn't actually make it come true, could I? We had just had our firstborn son, my wife is going to college, and I'm holding down the fort, and all of our extra money is going to pay the bills, feed our son, repair air conditioners that continue to break. Then one night while lying in bed, calm as can be, meditating, praying, I received the solution I'd been asking for. A divine message was laid upon my heart that told me, Simeon, you will fly to Cleveland and you will document Weapons of Mass Creation Fest. The answers are within you, my son. Be obedient and follow your heart. So, I took a leap of faith. 2 days later, after a few emails, I had the blessing and the warm welcome from Weapons of Mass Creation and Go Media, the presenting sponsor of the festival, to fly to Cleveland and document their festival. They even listed me as a media partner for Weapons of Mass Creation 2012. Awesome! But I still had a huge problem. I had to find a way to finance the entire thing. So a ton of brainstorming ensued, a ton of meditating, and a lot of freaking out. How the hell am I going to raise the money to travel with a cameraman from Wichita Falls to Cleveland, Ohio? How the hell am I going to raise the money needed to rent the professional audio and video equipment? I literally had zero personal money I could invest into the project. Things are very tight around the house. I had to find another way. I did a lot of freaking out and a lot of realizing I was in way over my head, and I loved it. I scheduled meetings with successful business geniuses whose opinions I greatly respected. Don Thompson, owner of Spa Bella and founder of Deer Fest and Adopt-A-Box. John Langford, Idea WF competition alumni and a man with a strong record of securing sponsorships. Haley Hendrix, my wife, my confidant, my #1 trusted advisor. Jeff Finley, designer, vice president at Go Media, and founder of WMC Fest. Larry Ayers, owner of All-American Supercar Wash and All-American Express Car Wash. Brian Hooker, owner of Planet Fitness, Comet Cleaners, and Sunpoint Tanning Centers. He was also newly elected city council member here in Wichita Falls, Texas. We met with Lauren George, the owner of ProMark Screen Printing. And we also met with a very close friend of ours, Sabra Wood, who's the owner of Mode Hair Utopia. I got sponsors. I printed fundraiser t-shirts. I booked the flights, rented the equipment we needed, and then we were ready to rock.
Tonight, we celebrate the struggle. Our lives, we celebrate the struggle. Tonight, we put aside all our fears, all our fears. Suffocation never ends. We survived. Suffocation never ends.
Hello, boys and girls. It's your number one, Simeon Hendrix, and we are live in downtown Cleveland for the Weapons of Mass Creation Festival. So excited to be here. Got to give a huge thank you to our presenting sponsors for this documentary, All-American Super Car Wash and Sunpoint Tanning Center in Wichita Falls, Texas. Love you guys. So here we are, Weapons of Mass Creation Fest, 3rd annual, and we're just so excited to be here. Our good friend Jeff Finley and William Beachy invited us to come up and have a look and enjoy the weekend. So let's take a look around and see what kind of amazing art and inspiration we can run into.
We've got the photo booth over here. It's kind of like a photo booth reinvented because it's bigger, it's scalable, it's got it's more interactive because we've got the screens all over it. It's kind of like this looping slideshow.
Got all the accessories for people to have fun with.
And it's real time. People can share those photos almost instantly. Right from the square, from their mobile phone, from an iPad or a laptop. It's instant.
I've seen a lot of photo booths. I've been to weddings and graduations. Hands down best I've ever seen.
Thank you.
I love it.
And that's a piece of what we do. We are really more about event promotions and event services. So it's on site and it's online. So it's what you see is this is just something that creates some fun. It's like an extra accent. It's almost like an event inside an event in a way because it just creates so much energy. But
what's the biggest platform you would like to do this? I mean, you want to work on maybe Ozfest or what?
Yeah, it's a national. I mean, it's a national product. We can go anywhere and do anything. And we've got a staff that we have 5 people that are they range from professional photographers to cinematographers to web marketers to strategists, to social business strategists. So, and then we have the ability to add on as we need to for different teams. SquareShareStudios.com is our website.
SquareShare. Thank you for talking to me.
Sure, man. It was fun.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Brandon, one of the really exciting things that we have been seeing is your poster that you did for Weapons of Mass Creation. It's amazing. The skull and all of the little details, all of the little items that you put in there.
Well, I'm always going to love skulls. Like, I just, you know, a skull is a very classic image, and I think as everybody uses skulls, but the way is, what can I do new with the skull? And, you know, so I'm never going to hate on the skull. Everybody's got a lot of skull t-shirts. I don't care. The Weapons of Mass Creation for me is like, we are armed as artists and designers to be able to really change things and to really make something happen. So my weapon, man, is Adobe Illustrator. It's that pen tool, or it's moving those anchor points around in Illustrator. Jeff Finley put this together a couple years ago, and he just made some really good choices about this fest, and it's turning into something really cool really quick.
Yes.
So from being here since the first one, second one, and now third one, for me to see all the difference that's happened so quickly is amazing.
About your artwork, Brandon, I was curious, with you doing so many pieces, do you sketch out ideas, or you just go straight into Photoshop, straight into Illustrator, and just get at it?
I think going straight into Photoshop and straight into Illustrator is usually a very irresponsible method. You know, you need to not be hindered by any limitations of the software.
Yeah.
So it's like, think about the font you want to use before you look through your list of fonts.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And think about the shapes before you're bound by anything else, or bound by what your pen tool can do, or what type of mood you're in, or any of that stuff. Sketch it out. Go up, you know, like for me doing band tees, go to their show, not for real, but in your head, go to their show and experience what that concert is like in those moments when they give you some type of feeling. And close your eyes and get done with the show, and you've had the spiritual experience, and now walk up to the merch table. What's there? What merch up there lives up to the experience you just got?
Who are some of your big influences currently and as a
design-wise or music?
Let's say both.
My biggest design influence for my art is Nine Inch Nails. But that's a band. What are you talking about?
But they're very visual.
There's an aesthetic that they create.
Yes.
There's a feel that they create. Deftones, there's a lot of stuff Deftones do.
Yeah.
Design-wise, the Black Flag tee,
Okay.
the Misfits tee, the
Okay.
Ramones tee, CBGBs.
Okay.
All of those things I just listed, they popped in your head when I said them.
Visual.
Because that's what I'm trying to create. I don't care about creating this big complicated illustration that's going to impress you. I create making this shirt that you can't help it, but you just love wearing that thing for the rest of your life.
More, less is more.
Yeah,
perhaps.
yeah. I'm trying to be iconic.
Okay.
I'm not trying to get any shock value. I'm trying to stay around for a long time.
All right, guys, so it's about 5:30. Now we're in the auditorium, Weapons of Mass Creation 3. And as you can see, this place is overfilled. The energy is extremely high, and we barely snuck in.
Hello, Haley.
Don't push me, no, I can't do this on my own. I've tried
Weapons of Mass Creation 2012. I'm here with Mr. Jeff Finley and Mr. William Beachy. I'm so thankful for you guys to sit down and talk with us. Jeff is the founder of Weapons of Mass Creation Festival. They both together run Go Media. Jeff, what are your thoughts on the festival so far?
So far, it's just been, I mean, it's a smashing success, I think, from just seeing everybody's positivity and seeing some happy people. I mean, when it comes down to it, like, we have more people than we expected. The speakers packed over the auditorium. People, it's standing room only. People are sitting on the stages. The music sounds awesome. I mean, the music, the stage is just like so much bigger feeling, and it's so much better sounding, and so much more of an impact. And the art, of course, is always high quality. You know, all the designers here are like amazing designers.
I like what you were talking about. There is a feeling of brotherhood, of family amongst this whole thing. And last night when Johnny Cupcakes was giving his speech, you compared it to punk rock.
Yeah, it's very like DIY, where the speaker's there, but they're surrounded by all their fans, and there's not this big distance that you might get at like a big conference. We don't hold our fans at arm's reach, you know. We're like, just come on out. We're so positive. Give me a hug, you know.
Go Media is the presenting company for Weapons of Mass Creation, and Mr. Beachy, you are the founding father of Go Media. Is that right?
Yeah.
So please, Mr. Beachy, tell us some of your art background and why you decided to start Go Media.
So I had a background in illustration. I love comic book art. I just wanted to draw and make cool artwork. And I also had a big passion for business. I've always been starting companies since I was a little kid. And so when I graduated college, it never even crossed my mind to go apply for a job somewhere. I'm like, I'm just going to start the company that I want, which is basically a company that draws. But then I just found like-minded individuals. I certainly have always wanted to make sure that we're doing something, that we're impactful on the world, that we're, you know, and when we started this, the first year we lost a ton of money.
Okay.
Last year we barely broke even. This year was like, are we going to break even or are we? Yeah. Staff was like, why are we throwing all this time and energy into this festival when we should be just doing design services and just making money, you know? So this is what happened. When Jeff gets his mind on something and he's going to, yeah. Not only that, but just he makes good things. He makes good, amazing things happen. Like magic happens when Jeff gets his hands on things. We sat down and we were like, all right, we need to have a money talk. We need to make sure that we're considering what our costs are. So the next year, he didn't use the staff hardly at all. He got volunteers. You know, we didn't want it to be about Go Media anyway. He did Kickstarter, he did fundraising, and then it was like, it grew massively the second year. And then the entire staff was like, when we finished up, the entire staff was like, wow,
it's a big deal.
That was really cool. Yeah. This is special. We have to keep doing this. We want to thank Simeon because he has been an incredible supporter. He's been awesome.
Yeah, seriously.
When he sent us the news broadcast of him on there in Texas talking about WMC Fest, we were spreading, it's going like wildfire around our office. Everyone's like, this is ridiculous. This is so cool. Like,
I mean, we sent it to people in Cleveland that were trying to be like, look at this. These people in Texas think this is huge. Like, you local press better get on this.
Yeah.
And then we got out. I don't know if it was as a result, but we got on Fox 8 News over here. We got on Channel 5 News. We got an NPR.
Good. Amen.
I mean, so.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to say, hey, I'll take credit for that. Give me the credit. You guys took the time. So, Mr. Beachy, thank you.
Thank you.
Jeff, thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
All right. Weapons of Mass Creation 2012. Amen. Thank you.
Something to ride